I like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. I red bottom sitting like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. Been feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feel him. Mama said that he got drugs in his system. New image old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen, back then I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. Put my rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got tension. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Press the button and the door open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell him spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the morning after. It's a morning show that makes those bad beats over the weekend, especially on the Monday, feel a little bit lighter because you got a night of sleep, and now we're going to talk about it. I mean, I feel like we got to just start off from the top.
After
the Knicks are up 3-1, and I won't apologize for the reffing because guess what? If you watch the play, Josh Hart got fouled on the rebound anyway.
Yeah, that was.
If you watch the play, Josh Hart got fouled on the rebound anyway. So do I have any remorse for the Detroit Pistons? No.
Well, you wouldn't either way. Why would you either way?
No. Because if we're calling the game as the game should be called, marginal to non-marginal contact, what happened to Josh Hart under the basket for that ball to be able to squeak out to Tim Hardaway Jr. was a complete foul on Josh Hart. So I will not be apologizing. We're up 3-1, and we're going to close the series out in New York.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Let's go. That was awesome. That was awesome. Cat, I mean, fucking
wow.
He heard you.
Wow.
He heard you talking about him.
Wow.
Because the last 2 games, he has been busting.
That
spin move is disgusting.
The Kawhi Leonard fadeaway in the corner over the basket into the step back from almost half court to put us up 1. Karl Anthony Towns is playing like the guy we traded for.
Yeah.
And you know who else started playing like the guy we traded for? It's Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Knocking down some big shots. How about that, dude? You know, nothing feels better than, I think the one guy that I'm most frustrated with has been Mikal Bridges since we traded for him, just because he's just not looked good. And he has not been the guy
gave up so much for him. That's what it is.
5 first
round
round
Like if you
picks.
gave up a first round pick, it's like, all right, it's fine. But yeah, five's a lot. Yeah.
5 of them is insane. Dude.
He's been traded for, like in his career, 15 first round picks, I think. It's got to be close.
I mean, 5 first rounders for us to be playing the way he was playing before last game was a little bit frustrating. I'm not going to say embarrassing, but it was definitely frustrating. But watching that game last night and watching Mikal Bridges do his thing, Karl Anthony Towns step up, Jalen Brunson had 14 points in the 4th quarter, which I do think is hysterical that the discourse online is that he's a foul baiting, free throw merchant, yada, yada, yada. He had 2 free throws last night and 30 points. So I don't understand how that's even still a narrative, to be honest. He's averaging 30 points per game, 8 assists, and I think 4 rebounds. And for whatever reason, people on ESPN are still talking about Cade Cunningham being the best player in this series, yet he's down 3-1, and Jalen Brunson had 14 points in the 4th quarter last night, mostly on Cade Cunningham. So I just don't understand that discourse. I will say, however, it's classic Jalen Brunson. It happened last game when he missed a free throw. He's very clutch, but when he has a chance to really put the game away, for whatever reason, it never clicks. When he was wide open with that floater on the baseline to end the game, to even stop this whole debate of the corner three and missing it, that was the most, while I was watching it out loud, I went, this isn't going in. Because for whatever reason, if he's on the free throw line to put the game away like he did last year and missed against the Pacers to let Nembhard drill a three to kill us, he just, if there's under 20 seconds left, it's not going in.
Yeah.
But before that 20 seconds, he's the most clutch player in the NBA. You can't even touch him, dude. 14 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, however, you can't have that third quarter out of the Knicks. You can't have a quarter where you score 13 points.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like, you need to put away these teams because it's only going to get harder in the next round, and you can't have a third quarter like that and then expect a legacy fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah, because that's not going to win against a good team. Not saying the Pistons aren't a good team, a better team.
No, 100%. No, I don't think the Pistons are a good team. I think it's absurd that we're even.
They're definitely good, but yeah.
It is scary to me a little bit, I'll be honest. It is scary because I don't think the Pistons are a good team. I think it's embarrassing that we're even in these games when Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. are the best players on the other end of the floor. Like, that is genuinely embarrassing to me when the Thunder can just go and just beat the brakes off of a Grizzlies team that probably has more talent than this Detroit Pistons team. So that's a little embarrassing because we have Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and we're having to squeak out wins against Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris. So, I mean, like, that is concerning.
Yeah, win's a win.
I'm not scared for the next round, though. Whoever the fuck wants it can get it. But what a great win. I'm not going to apologize for the refereeing. It's not my job. Should have made the call. You didn't make the call. Exactly. Fuck them. We're up 3-1.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah. I mean, that was an awful call, but it is what it is.
But in the moment, it didn't look like there was that much contact. Like, it looked like they might have went up together, and then it looked like Josh might have tapped the ball live in the moment. Was there a part of me that went waiting for the whistle to be blown?
100%. Yeah.
But I also do agree with someone in the Twitch chat. You don't make that call either way. Well, I don't know. Did you watch the whole game?
No, I didn't watch the entire game. I watched the second half.
In the third?
Yeah, I watched the third and fourth.
In the third and fourth quarter, the refs made a complete commitment to not calling any fouls. It was the most physical I've ever seen an NBA game be played. But especially, like, you watch that Lakers-Timberwolves game, they're calling everything down the stretch. And even Karl-Anthony Towns in the post-game press conference, like, I think it's really unique that, young fans, if they're watching this series, get a taste of what the old NBA was like because they're really letting us play. And, like, I'm happy to be a part of that physicality. They called nothing in the third and fourth quarter. That's why Jalen Brunson only took 2 free throws. Like, there was a commitment to not calling anything. And that's why there was no free throws called for the Knicks down the stretch either. And once you make that commitment as a referee, I feel like you can't make that call because you've been letting everything else go. Karl-Anthony Towns got fouled on that spin away where he shot over the back of the backboard. Complete elbow shove as he spun. So it's like, if you're not going to call everything leading up to that moment, you can't decide the game on a foul call because you've committed to not making those calls.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't see it clearly, if you see it clearly, like that was clearly a foul. Like, they just had to have not seen it.
I mean, the ref was standing right there.
Yeah, then I don't know, because I feel like you could say it the other way too. It's like you can't end the game on a hack, like you had an open three.
But also, if you're Tim Hardaway Jr., I saw this too. Actually, shoot the ball. Like, you want. They've been complaining all series about foul banning, and what does he do? He jumps into Josh Hart, which, by the way, is illegal in the NBA. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You can't draw the contact like that. You can't.
They call it every time,
but you're not allowed. So either way, Tim Hardaway Jr. also did something against the rules. He completely averted his jump shot path, which you're not allowed to do. He completely went like that. I mean, so dude,
if you just watch
Tim Hardaway Jr.
watch DeMar DeRozan play basketball, he gets that call 5 times a game.
Yeah, we're not
the pump fake, jump into him. Yeah,
dumb DeMar DeRozan, dude.
But I'm saying if DeMar DeRozan can get that call, the Pistons can get it. Either way, I mean, who gives a fuck? You won.
Also,
fuck him.
Not only that, the game before that, you fucking cheated us out of the game being over anyway with the clock malfunction.
They did do that.
And maybe if your coach wasn't a brain dead fucking idiot and used his challenge on a loose ball in the first quarter, maybe you could have challenged it. But unfortunately for you, Detroit, you're just going to have to pack your bags because you're coming to New York to get spanked out.
They should let you actually challenge, because I don't think you can challenge that in the NBA. A non-call. You can only challenge a call, I think. They should let you challenge a non-call.
I think you can challenge non-calls at that point.
Can you?
I don't know. I think.
I don't think
Maybe
you
not.
can. I don't think you can challenge non-calls in the NBA. You can only challenge a call.
Mikey's
even
the
challenge
biggest
the last 2 minutes.
hypocrite when it comes to shit like this. Here's the thing about it, all right? Can't challenge in the last 2 minutes, my bad. Here's the thing about it.
You're right.
Here's the thing about it.
I would be the same way. if
Here's the thing
if the
about it.
Knicks got fucked out of it, I would be so fucking mad if I were you. But since they were on the opposite side of it, who cares?
I'd be pissed. But
Just call-
unfortunately for
they
you
didn't make the call.
guys that might be Pistons fans in the chat or tired of the Knicks slander, the Knicks constant chatter that we got going on, I don't give a fuck if they didn't call the foul. We're up 3-1.
exactly,
You can't say shit to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't say shit.
Everyone would be acting the exact same way.
And you know what? If you're the Pistons, maybe stop Karl-Anthony Towns from making a shot over the basket. Maybe stop Karl-Anthony Towns from taking a step back from half court in your mouth. You know, there's a lot of things you could have done to prevent that even having to make the end of the game.
Dude, Cat
But you didn't.
Cat has to have been working on that move all year, that spin move, and he just whipped it out twice in 2 games.
I also just love that he's stepping up finally.
Yeah.
Like there's been a lot of times during the regular season this year where it felt like Cat could have done stuff like this in close games, and he passes the ball up to Brunson because I think he maybe was a little uncomfortable. It was so nice to see Brunson not be able to get a basket and like clearly have to pull the play app out and give it to Cat, and Cat just be like, I'm going to go get a basket, and like driving with power, driving with speed, like using his weight. And I do think the funniest part about all of it is there's nothing that made my night any better, my afternoon any better. It couldn't have. It was the cherry on top. Was that Trent wailed the Pistons and has been shitting on Karl-Anthony Towns all year. And what does the kid do? He comes out and busts on his face.
Yeah, you love that.
Busts on his face.
You love to see that.
It just makes me so happy that I know he wouldn't have watched that game if he didn't have units on it, and he had units on the Pistons and had to watch Karl-Anthony Towns take that step back.
Yeah.
Like there's just some things that just make it all worth it in the end. That was one of those.
Yeah,
where I've had to listen to Cat slander for 4 months.
Yeah.
And that was just cherry on top.
There's no better feeling than him fading your favorite franchise. It's way better than like when he's fading a bet that you have, because like I don't believe in that, but I believe in him fading a franchise. Your favorite franchise.
There's just nothing better than it. And especially when he's just been shitting on him too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Cat's soft, Cat's not a superstar.
He's
and then
shitting on the
like,
Knicks, fading the Knicks. He's fucking taking bets on the Cubs winning the World Series. Dude, we're feeling good. We're feeling good on this
over here,
side.
dude. We're feeling real good over here. We're feeling real good over
There he
here.
is.
But I mean, that was just an unbelievable game, dude. I got my cousins texting me and they're like, "Holy fuck!" But yeah, I mean, up 3-1 going into New York. Good luck, Detroit. It's over for you. Fortunately, it's over.
Yeah, it's done.
This thing's not going 7. But I will say, I think there is.
Who hooked your 6-man?
Oh, Cat hooked the 6-man. We needed
Could never.
37.5. We needed 37.5. He ended with 37 on that 3. But you know what? At the end of the day, what I got going on here with the Knicks, it's bigger than prize picks, man.
Yeah, it's bigger than the 6.
It's bigger than that little purple app. All right. That I'm gonna nail a lineup today, dude. Because I woke up Krusty's out of eyes, dude. Already placed a lineup.
Wow.
Already woke up. Krusty's out of eyes, placed the lineup, and it's gonna smack in the jaw. First square, Jimmy Butler fantasy.
Yeah, that's auto.
Come on, dude. That feels so good tonight. No, but I mean, yeah, brutal to get the 6-man hooked. I don't know if you saw that. Me, Lauren, and Rav cooked up a 6-man for the entire
I
weekend.
didn't see it.
Got to the last leg, which was Cat PRA. Some people got it at 37, so it hit for them, which is good. We ended up getting it at 37.5, which was a bummer. But it's just tough to be obviously gutted about it. But it was tough to be gutted when you win the game. And when he it's not like he didn't do everything he possibly could have to get us there. You know what I mean? But yeah, some people got it at 37. That was huge. If you got it at 37, here we go.
Here we go.
Other things that happened in the NBA, the Lakers are now down 3-1. I'm completely shocked. Anthony Edwards has just completely changed the way I think about him in my head every single game that has played in this series. Like they have the worst team at every position other than him, it feels like.
Yeah, for sure.
And they just seem to be like one, I think when you got a guy like Anthony Edwards, you start feeding on that energy. And when he's talking shit to LeBron and he's talking shit to Luka, and then you got Jaden McDaniels talking shit to Luka, like they feel like they're the better team at every position.
Yeah, he instills confidence into his teammates.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what's so special about Ant, and that maybe is different from a guy like Luka's. I don't know if Luka gives you that confidence. Like Luka's, I feel like one of those star players where if you're on the team, you're just kind of expected to do your job.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Ant, like you said, that's a perfect way to say it. I think he instills that confidence and makes them play up. Like Jaden McDaniels isn't like that, dude. Yeah. Been like that.
Remember,
all year,
like
dude.
last year, they're like, "Yeah, the Suns have KD." He's like, "Yeah, we got Jaden McDaniels." That's what he like. That's what he does though. Like, that's how he feels about his teammates, which is awesome.
I also think it's so funny. I don't know if you saw the post-game press conference. He's sitting next to Dante DiVincenzo, and they're like, your like vision on the floor has just been phenomenal towards the end or later half of this year and going into the playoffs. Like, why is that? And he was like, it's because of this guy right here. He normally tells me what they're doing on defense when I can't really read it. So the fact that Anna's this good and can't read a defense in the NBA, which by the way is not that hard. They're either like dropping coverages on pick and rolls or they're not. That's pretty much like, or they're playing in a zone. Like there's not much, I feel like in terms of like reading an NFL defense for a quarterback where you have 5 seconds, like you have like 7 possessions like figured out and you're the best player on the floor. I think it's hysterical that Dante DiVincenzo's this is what they're doing on defense.
Yeah, you got a whole game. They're probably not changing the defense every single time down the field.
Definitely not, dude. But I think that's just so funny that like you think about how good Ant Edwards is, just no idea what he's seeing. That's just how good he is at getting to a basket. It's like, like it's not cover 2, brother.
It's literally Lamar. Remember Lamar at Louisville? Like the year before his Heisman season, he was mid and like couldn't really throw the ball for real. And they asked him like after his Heisman season, they're like, "So what changed from last year this year?" He's like, "Man, I just learned the plays now." It's like, what? You didn't know the plays last year?
Are you shitting me, dude? I think it's so like Ant must actually think he's looking at like man coverage, cover 2, cover 3. Like that's what he must think he's looking at in the NBA for. And it's funny to just think like it's probably so simple as Dante DiVincenzo's like, yeah, just so you know, like they're collapsing on Rudy, so someone's probably open in the corner, and then Ant's like, oh shit.
Or it's probably him just saying corner. That's literally all it is.
That's probably it, dude. But I just think that's hysterical that Ant's up 3-1 and he can't read an NBA defense. Like that's
up 3-1 on Luka and LeBron.
No, but I mean, the Lakers are my dark horse. It's tough. They're going to get eliminated. They have no chance. It just seems like they're completely disjointed. Even watching the end of that game, you're just looking at like a Timberwolves team that's playing like a team and a Lakers team that's not a team and feels very disjointed, at least in that fourth quarter.
I don't know if the Lakers really made that trade to win this year. It doesn't really seem like it.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely
just like
running
that's a trade for 10 years. For sure. So, but also, I'm not counting the Lakers out yet. Like, they played really well that entire game until the fourth quarter. LeBron fucking melted at the end of that game. I mean, they're going back home. I would not be surprised if they won at home. And that's all you need is one win. Go win one road game then, and then you have 7 at home. So,
I mean, they're definitely winning next
possible.
game. No, they're definitely winning next game. Like, that's what I mean. But
in
terms of like them advancing, because I took them, I took them as my dark horse, a little sprinkle.
They could though. I'm not out on them advancing.
I'm not out on them advancing, but it does feel like Luka's not comfortable yet. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when we watched him in Dallas last year, and we even went to the game. Like you can tell when Luka's in and locked and like ready to like win games by himself. It just doesn't. And obviously, I think he's probably still mentally recovering from everything that happened, because I do think that was such a massive deal in his life and in his head, and he's probably still not comfortable in LA.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem like he's in killer mode yet. You know what I mean? Like you knew living in Dallas the past 2.5 years, though, like going into the playoffs, Luka was entering killer mode and he would kill. And like that's what he would do.
I think he is in that mode. He's not comfortable enough in the offense yet. I don't think. Like, I mean, you can tell, just like you don't even have to like, I mean, we watched the game, but like you don't even have to watch the game. He had 2 assists and 1 rebound. Like clearly something with the defense is making him uncomfortable, because like Luka Doncic doesn't do that. No. You know what I mean? Like he still had 38 points, but yeah, like it has to be just a feel thing with the team or the defense that he's playing. There's no way that Luka Doncic is only putting up 2 and 1.
Dude, yeah, and that might be
It could be both, honestly.
no, but that might also be a trying to figure out where he fits in because the Mavs just let him do everything, and it feels like the Lakers aren't necessarily doing that yet. Like he's kind of got to touch the ball 2 times every possession. Yeah. 3 times. And like when you have LeBron, I think that is a little bit difficult because maybe if you're Luka, you go, maybe I'll just bend the knee and let LeBron kind of run this set. Like I feel like he's got it. Everything's got to run through him, dude, for it to be successful. I also think Austin Reeves has been a massive disappointment too. Like I was expecting him to kind of step up and be that Jordan Poole off the bench for the Warriors. I mean, given he is a starter, but was expecting 25 plus out of him most nights.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's sitting at that 17, 15 mark and they need him to do way more.
Yeah. I think they just need a big man. Their fucking centers their big men are awful. Like actually terrible. Rui's fine, but like he's not.
Rui was confused. JJ Redick was like, why are you looking around? We're in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's.
And no center. Jackson Hayes is Jansen.
And then, he got hurt now.
Jansen.
Or did he just play 4 minutes? Because
Jansen. He got hurt, but he's been Jansen.
Yeah. And then DFS fucking, I mean, that dude's 100 years old.
Yeah, but he's good. Yeah. I love DFS though. He's probably my favorite. I can lie to you.
But he's not good. If DFS
the Bookit
is the best player off your bench, might be a problem.
It's a problem.
Might be a problem.
Bookit account said he had 38 points. How is that not fitting into the offense? I think there's a difference between like getting a bucket and being able to get a bucket and being a scorer and actually being in charge of the offense and like fitting in. Like when you think about Luka's stat lines in Dallas, it'd be 38 with 9 assists and 11 rebounds. Like
and the 38 points is usually like the least impressive thing that Luka does 100%. In the game. It's when he has 13 rebounds and 12 assists. Like
100%.
That's all the points. Like he's 100%. Also accounting for 20 more points there probably.
100%. Absolutely.
30 more points there probably.
I mean, it is also funny, dude. And I don't know why people get on him so much, but if I was LeBron, I'd be bitching just as much as the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everyone gets mad at LeBron. Dude, the guy's been in the league for almost 30 years. You expect him to not be bitching when he gets like an elbow to the head from Rudy Gobert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not even a Lakers guy, but you don't think Jordan was bitching back then, dude? The refs would literally apologize to Jordan. Like, I'm sorry, Mike, I didn't see that. Like, that is literally on a clip.
Yeah.
So I'm not a LeBron hater, but I mean, if you don't understand why LeBron's bitching, you need to figure it out.
Everyone be bitching.
You need to figure it out.
I'd be bitching too.
The Bucks just staying in the NBA for a little bit, then we'll talk about the NFL draft because you know you're finally on. We can talk to you about the Bears. The Bucks, dude. I mean, this is just Dame Lillard has been an absolute nightmare situation for them. I mean, also giving up giving up Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma. Not that Chris Middleton might be. I mean, he would definitely be playing better than Kyle Kuzma. The guy's putting up 0, 0, 0, 0 in 30 minutes.
They play every single player on the team.
Dame Lillard has been a joke, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, he didn't play last game.
A joke,
but
the game before when he had fucking 11 points, dude. Like, I think you're now gonna have to see the Bucks move Giannis because you know he's done.
Yeah,
he's done. Dude. He's got to be done.
100%.
If I was Giannis, I would be so fucking done. It's not even funny.
I mean, I don't know how you couldn't be. Now Damian Lillard's gone next year. He's not going to play next year.
100%.
He might be done in general after the blood clots,
like retirement,
and then the Achilles. Yeah, like I would not be surprised if he was done. I mean, that's just such a hard injury to come back from,
tough, dude.
And he's 34 years old. He's gonna be 35 coming back from an Achilles.
Yeah,
like he's been in the league a long time.
A long time, dude.
Yeah, like what is it? 14 years. 15 or 13 years.
He ended Trent's franchise and they rebuilt in the time that he still was in the league.
Yeah, literally.
Think about how long that is, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel bad for Giannis, dude. I hope we get. I mean, if he came to the Knicks, I'd fucking bust. But you're definitely going to see he's the biggest name that's going to get moved this offseason for sure. Because if you're Milwaukee, I don't know what his contract situation is. I probably should look at that before saying what I'm about to say. But if you're Milwaukee, you also have to, I feel as though some of these franchises have a responsibility to the star player that's done everything for them. And if he wants to move, you have to move him to a situation he wants to be in. And you have to let him go, sure. Even if he has more years on his contract.
Yeah, like, he won you a chip, dude. That's it.
And when's the last time Milwaukee even sniffed? You know what I mean? Before Yanni.
Yeah.
Come
Since
on,
fucking
dude.
Oscar.
But come on, man. So I honestly, I hope he gets moved because I don't like seeing guys like Giannis in situations like this. Like when he won that championship, dude, that was so exciting. Like even just as a basketball fan, watching a guy like Giannis do the shit that he was doing.
Just walk through defenses and dunk the ball. It's literally
so sick.
Yeah, it's like he's playing 2K.
So sick. So I hope he gets moved. I honestly hope he gets moved to the West because I don't want to have to deal with him anymore. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's just a tough situation. I don't think the Pacers are that good. Fuck the Pacers, dude. What?
Trent's comment.
What do you say?
Bro's going wire to wire with Detroit and his big dick swinging at 10 a.m.
I'm gonna choose. I'm actually. You know what I'm gonna do, Josh? I'm going to choose the path of least resistance, and I'm going to choose to not take his head off today.
Let's go.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the adult in the room, and I'm going to choose to not absolutely remove Trent's head from his body for that one. I feel like we got to give a shout out to a couple things that happened on the ice last night. The Devils are fucking moose shit. Here we go.
Moose shit. Come on.
How about the Oilers? Holy shit. Did you see any of that game, Josh?
No, I did not. I've been so untapped in the NHL.
So I had the Oakland Athletics -1.5 in the parlay against the White Sox. They totally fucking sold, but they won. Shout out. Here we go.
Shout out.
2-run shot. The Oilers went into with 12 minutes left, down 1 in the third period. And it was, I mean, there's not much like down 2 goals. There's not much in hockey that gets me going anymore. But when the Oilers come back and they hopefully eventually beat this Kings team, I'm going to be fucking busting because I do love Connor McDavid. Dude, like, Connor McDavid, like, he's just one of these guys. And, I mean, they scored with 29 seconds of Josh, tied the game to go into overtime, and then scored in overtime. Shout out Drysdale. But, I mean, holy gosh. There's just not much more that gets me fired up than, like, wanting the Oilers to do well because I like Connor McDavid, and I think he deserves one. And I was pissed he didn't get one last year when I thought, oh, my God, is he going to do it? Is he going to come back down 3-1 in the cup? So, I mean, now you're looking at a situation where, I mean, that would have been end of days for the Oilers last night.
It would have been done.
Yeah, I mean, you go down 3-1. And in hockey, it's so fucking hard, too, especially. I mean, it's hard in every sport to be down 3-1, but in hockey especially. Because momentum, I feel like, just plays such a factor in hockey.
Oh, for sure.
100%. But, I mean, dude, I
feel like hockey's
really,
like baseball, kind of.
Yeah.
Similar. We're like, just like the hot team rules.
100%. And like your goalie's got to be feeling himself if you're not clicking.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like,
the Capitals might just do it though. I don't feel like we just keep ignoring how weirdly horny the Capitals are.
I know
getting.
they're weirdly
just beating the shit out of Montreal. But yeah,
Montreal's not great.
I also love the discourse online that it's like, dude, the NHL playoffs is so much better than the end. There's no blowouts. And fucking 3 of those games were 5-1, 5-2, 5-2. So can we just like blowouts happen in sports? Do they happen in NBA more frequently? Yeah, because you have to score at a higher clip and you have to score almost every possession if you want to win. But let's not act like the NHL is putting out a better product when 3 of the games are 5-2, 5-1, 5-2.
Yeah.
Is that good product, Josh?
No.
Is that fun, watchable product, Josh, out of the NHL?
No, it is not.
Okay, thank you.
Caps putting up 4 in the third, that was crazy.
That is crazy. Do you want to talk NFL draft for a little bit?
Oh, yeah, we gotta.
I mean, you're officially back.
Officially back.
I
mean, dude, I don't even give a fuck about our first pick.
A lot of people were DMing me, dude, saying, you know, I need Josh's opinion. What's Josh doing? How's Josh feeling? And I just got to say, like, there's not many moments, Josh, where a sports team will bring me to giggles. But when there's like and I'm sure I already had a conversation with another Bears fan that had just completely talked himself into it. But when there's like a unanimous, like pretty much the best tight end weapon to be talked about in the entire draft process, it's like, dude, this kid Tyler Warren's the guy. When the Bears decide to go tight end and don't take Tyler Warren, whatever you're gonna say next, I already know you've just completely convinced yourself otherwise. It is funny when you guys take a tight end and like there's like a unanimously great tight end.
I mean,
on
dude,
the
he
board.
was projected to go like 3 spots after him. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like he was
like it was just so. But it was just
they're so different. Like they're so like it's not like I don't even consider Colson Loveland like a tight end. Like he'll be like Laporta and Cole Kmet will be like what Tyler Warren is.
Kmet's gonna be what Tyler Warren is.
Yeah, like a bigger body blocking tight end, like a guy that can get in the trenches, line up in line, and yeah. He'll be like
It is objectively funny that you guys took a tight end and didn't take Tyler Warren.
I
like that is
disagree.
objectively funny because that's what the Bears
disagree.
do, dude.
It's just funny. I think it's hilarious that like everyone thinks. I'm not gonna say like that I'm some genius, but like it's funny how everyone thinks that they know who the better player is, and Ben Johnson doesn't. That's the funniest thing.
Well, it's not Ben Johnson, just the Bears organization.
No, it's Ben Johnson picked Colson Loveland.
Well, I think it's like everyone also watched the games. Like Tyler Warren just looked so good all year for Penn State. He like did everything. He blocked, he caught.
I mean, Colson Loveland was the only good player on offense that they had this year and last year.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the.
I mean, Blake Corum was good. Honestly.
No, I mean, I've heard the runaround. I got a Bears friend in Dallas. He gave me
He's definitely good. Like it's not like it's like an insane pick. I think no one was expecting it though. That's why. That's why everyone thinks it's crazy because no one was expecting it.
It's not even crazy. Like it's just objectively funny. That like everyone was like, dude, Tyler Warren should probably squeak into the top 10, but if he doesn't, he'll be like in the top 12. And then you guys take a tight end and it's Colson Loveland, not Tyler Warren. That's just like objectively funny that the Bears did that because that's like what you guys do. But I mean, who knows? We got to see, right? Like,
I mean, dude,
like,
yeah,
he could be goated. Colson Loveland could be the pick.
Everyone says this. I mean, I do the same shit every year. Like, I'll just be like, that was a terrible pick, and then someone will end up being really fucking good. Like, we took Kyler Gordon, who's probably our second best DB now, a couple years ago, and there were like 4 guys after him. I'm like, fuck, dude, why did we not take them? They all stink now, and he's good. So it's like,
I think the best thing you can do as a Bears fan is just make the argument of if Colson Loveland had a better quarterback, he'd be better than Tyler Warren. I think that's the best argument.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's the quarterback. I think it's the offense
quarterback.
Too. Well, Penn State actually tried to throw the ball. Michigan did not try to throw the ball at all this year. And Penn State, when they did throw the ball, he was the number 1 option. It was nobody else. Colson Loveland was the number 1 option as well, but they did not throw the ball at all this year, like literally at all.
I mean, Tyler Warren, though, just on that college football playoff run and towards the end. Like,
yeah, no, he's a dog. He's 100% a dog. I think
head and shoulders best tight end in college football last year, not even close.
Yeah. I think that I don't think it's the only reason we took Colson Loveland, but I think Colson Loveland is definitely a better complement to Cole Kmet than Warren is. They're way different tight ends.
Cole Kmet sucks ball sack.
Loveland is also like I don't even like consider him like a tight end. Like, have you seen like how he runs routes? Like he's like more of like a receiver kind of.
Oh, Colson Loveland?
Yeah.
I think they both are. Tyler Warren is also a really good route runner too. He'd be open on like deep shots.
He's slow.
I watched a lot of Penn State ball this year, so I was very familiar with Tyler.
No, yeah, but he's like a contest, like he's a big body contested catch guy. Like Loveland's like he gets open in the open field.
Right.
Tyler Warren's gonna stay. You can stay connected to him, but you're probably not gonna beat him to the ball. He's
also
disgusting
just
at route running.
Also just like it's just funny. Like I really don't care. Like
yeah, I mean
maybe Colson Loveland will be better. Yeah. I just think it's hysterical that like the Bears took a tight end and like Tyler Warren going into this was like, dude, this kid could be a fucking Hall of Famer. He just carried Penn State on his back, threw touchdowns and caught touchdowns. And then it was like the Bears select tight end Colson Loveland.
I knew we were gonna
like
take
that
him.
Was just objectively funny.
I knew when we got there that we were gonna take him. We were not gonna take Tyler Warren. Dude, there was like reports for fucking 3 weeks that we love Colson Loveland and not Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
So if you're on Bears burner Twitter, you fucking heard all about that.
I mean, the only pick that actually matters is that you guys got Luther. I think he's going to be so good, dude.
There's 2 picks that matter, I think, a lot, too.
But Luther's just like
Ozzie
sick
well.
like that. I just love that one. He hit the field after getting not drafted in the first round, which, I mean, you know my thoughts about the first round and the wide receivers that got drafted, but I think he's better than almost all of them.
I think he's better than all of them.
But I think it's nuts that he ended up going to Chicago, of all places, dude.
I was on my phone watching that. I saw like the Luther Burden fucking notey before they picked him. I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way we just took Luther Burden. I was creaming on the golf course when we took him. Dude,
Yeah, I do have to say though, before we keep talking about Luther Burden, I just do want to check you. Like Cole Kmet sucks cock, but keep going.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't suck cock, but I think
like
that
compliment to Cole Kmet, like he should just not be on the team.
well, Cole Kmet is
like he shouldn't get snaps.
Cole Kmet is objectively a great blocking tight end. That is a fact.
Horrible for fantasy.
He's terrible. He's so on and off. But Colston Loveland maybe gives him some more opportunities to get open. He gets better matchups now. But yeah, Luther Burden.
Goated.
Dude.
That's such a good.
Did you know
he's going to be better than Rome?
Oh, I think he could be our one. He could be better than DJ. That's a train that I'm on. I just fucking love him.
No, I love.
I just love him. But I guess the Bears didn't even talk to him in the draft process, like at all. I guess they probably had no expectations of him being there or even having like a chance to get him.
I think it's absurd that those three were taken before him, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a crazy take either. Like, I mean, I said, I think McMillan's going to be the biggest bust of all time. He's like way too slow. He literally reminds me of when Jovan had to take on Quentin Johnson when I was like, dude, Jovan has no idea talking about like Quentin Johnson's going to be so good. That is exactly how I see Taylor McMillan. Like, they're the same thing.
I agree.
When he's not catching on a Big 12 corner that's like 6 foot when he's 6'4", and like has no separation, like he's gonna be fucking junk. And he's in a Panthers offense, dude. He's gonna be
boring.
Horrid.
Him and Leggett are gonna be the worst duo drafted in the first round of all time.
Dude, he's gonna be horrid. Like he's going to be horrid. And then of course they just give you the best soundbite of all time. Teator, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to the cornerbacks in the NFL? You know, they like to do the seatbelt celebration. I'm just gonna tell them, buckle up. Taylor McMillan won't have a touchdown the first 6 weeks of the NFL. I guarantee.
No,
I guarantee.
No.
First 6 weeks, he won't sniff a touchdown.
He will not.
Won't sniff a touchdown. I think Luther Burden's better than Golden. I think he's better than Egbuka. I think he was just in an offense where
he was the only guy last year.
Did we get subbies? I can't see the Twitch. Someone's got to literally tell me when we get subbies.
I forgot to get it. I'll get it up and move it.
Someone's got to tell me when we get subbies.
I'll get it up and move it.
Someone's got to tell me when we get subbies. Who dropped subbies?
We got
Pax Picks. Pax Picks.
Come on, 5
Pax
subbies.
Picks.
Little 5 UL.
Pax Picks. All right, I got Twitch up now. Now, yeah, I mean, I've just been a big Luther guy. And I'm also, you know, it's so funny. Also the comments are just like in this episode are funny because people tune into the morning after with Mikey Overs and expect like Mel Kiper level takes on the NFL draft, but just gonna have to get
Mel
over
Kiper's
yourself
also
there. He should be fired, but I mean, his number one quarterback dropped to the 7th round, which is just fucking hysterical. But I'll tell you what, dude. I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is where you make these crazy takes, and then either I look like an idiot or not. I genuinely believe Luther Burden is the best wide receiver in this class.
That's not even a crazy take.
I mean, it definitely is, for sure. But I mean, Matthew Golden is like the only guy that I'd be like, okay, maybe. I think Egbuka could have been like a 3rd-round draft pick.
I don't think that's like an insane take.
Taylor McMillan is going to be fucking horrendous.
He's going
to be the worst top 10 wide receivers ever taken. And I don't even mean that. I don't even mean that rudely towards him and his family. It's definitely a crazy, but it's okay to say, listen, I'm going to preface it by saying it's a crazy take. Like I do genuinely believe that.
Yeah, that's
however, the best wide receiver in this draft.
He's the number one. He was like the number one player in the country going into college. It's not like he was like you're like going out like on a limb. Like he's a very good player.
No, he's a good player. But the best wide receiver in this draft is he's got the speed of Tyreek Hill. He's got the size of a
Mikey Overs?
Mike Evans.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about a different guy.
He's got the hands of me. We got to work on the hands. Arian Smith is going to be fucking gross in the NFL, dude.
Who's Arian Smith?
The boy from Georgia.
Oh yeah, number 11.
The boy from Georgia.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Nick Nash. That's who I was thinking.
No. I think the 3 best wide receivers come out of this draft are going to be Luther, Arian Smith on the Jets, and then Trey Harris.
I don't hate them.
I think Trey Harris out of Ole Miss is going to be gross.
Do you know what pick I loved?
Yeah, what?
Was your guys' pick, Mason Taylor.
Yeah, he's going to be
gross.
That
kid's good.
He's going to be gross.
That kid is really good.
He's going to be fucking gross.
Also, another guy that fell, I don't know why, Will Johnson falling to like the mid-second round.
He's got no ligaments.
Dude, but he's so good.
He's got that bone-on-bone knee thing. And I
Where the
think
cartilage is gone.
That's why he fell. Yeah, he's got no cartilage. Is at least what I've heard. You know, in my draft deep dives.
Yeah.
In my scout reports is what I've heard. He's got bone on the knees, and that's never good.
Yeah.
So that's what I've heard about that. I will say, we also got the next Jalen Ramsey, that fucking corner out of Florida State. I've watched his highlights for about 2 days now, and I'm fucking obsessed with him. Just like the way he plays football is so sick. And also Malachi Moore out of Alabama will take a head off.
He's so
and
dude,
make no
he
mistake, like the way Aaron Glenn wants to play defense and wants to play football, getting that corner from Florida State and Malachi Moore is the epitome of what feels like an Aaron Glenn defense, and I fucking love it. Like they just want it. They want to hurt people.
Who are your safeties now?
I mean, hopefully Malachi Moore ends up being a fucking.
I feel like he might not start right away. And
What's
like
that kid from
teams guy, and then start playing.
That kid from I can't remember his name.
Dude. Malachi Moore he's an idiot on the field. Like he does dumbass shit and kind of fucks up a decent amount, but he is not scared to hit and fucking just flies around.
Dude, when Malachi Moore connects, it hurts you through the screen, dude.
He's sick. He'll be at minimum, he'll be an unbelievable special teams player.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like just like hurt somebody.
At worst, yeah.
Literally just hurt somebody. I feel like I get to circle the wagons. I feel like I get to stand up here and go, I told you so. I feel like there's not many moments in my life I get to do that. How right was I about Quinn Ewers?
Well, we were both right. I mean
he
were
just sucks.
Yeah.
And the fact that guys like the Montana State quarterback, I mean, given he got drafted to be a wide receiver, are getting drafted before Quinn Ewers, and he gave up $8 million in potential NIL funds to get paid an eighth of that in the NFL. I mean, I was just called crazy on the coin toss. I was called crazy on the show. That just tells me the NFL knows what I know, and that kid just fucking sucks.
Yeah. Same with Shedeur, too.
He's not good.
That's just what it is. Like, teams just don't think they're good. That's all
not
good. That's nothing to do with.
I think Shedeur might be a personality thing, because I'll tell you what, Josh, if I got drafted in the 7th round after being a projected top 10 pick, and then my response was to go to the club in Dallas and party with rappers, I probably wouldn't draft me either.
Yeah. Well,
if I slid to the fucking 7th round and was on a roster with 5 quarterbacks, where 2 of us are probably going to get cut and 1 of us is going to get sent down to the practice squad, the last thing I'd probably do is go party with the briefcases of cash in Dallas. That's probably the last thing I would do.
Yeah.
But I'm not him.
Yeah.
I'm not him.
I will say, might not have been his fault. Might have been more Deion's fault. Like all those interviews, like that tour that he was going on, saying like he ain't going to teams, like specific teams. Like I'm not gonna do it in public, but I'll do it behind closed doors. So like maybe he did have conversations with people. Like he's not going anywhere but the Browns. And the Browns are like, all right, fuck it. Like we'll just wait and take him at the end because no one else is gonna take him.
I don't think that's true, because like he was definitely sitting on that phone waiting to be taken by some couple other teams. When the Steelers didn't take him, he was definitely like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, but my point is that like that turns teams off so much.
Jalen Milroe got drafted before him. That kid can't even throw the ball.
Jalen Milroe might be electric in Seattle, though. He's not good, but it'll be electric.
Riley Leonard to Indianapolis was a shock.
Yeah.
He's kind of just you drafted white Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Kind of. Pretty
like
much.
You think if you wanted the opposite of Anthony Richardson, you go get like a pocket passer, just wants to sit in there and deliver so they can maybe learn from each other, or maybe like there's actual competition. But when you got Anthony Richardson, you go, okay, maybe let's try something new. Put in Riley Leonard. You're getting the same thing. He's just white.
Dude, I think there might be a quarterback in this draft that got taken that people are missing out on. People aren't seeing.
Will Howard is a good one. I think he's going to end up being actually pretty decent as a backup.
But Curtis Rourke going to the Niners.
That could be
I
sneaky.
feel like him in that system will be very dangerous.
That might be sneaky.
They could just, get rid of fucking Brock Purdy. Let Curtis take over the helm, dude. Let him step up. Curtis Pork.
I would love Curtis Rourke, dude. That's actually a funny comment. Milroe and rainy Seattle, and might be more moose shit than Melvin Gordon. That is funny. And thinking about Milroe and the weather of Seattle after being in Alabama for his entire life, and that's going to be a nightmare adjustment.
Yeah, it might be.
That's going to be a nightmare adjustment.
Who do you think got the Steelers draft?
I said in the first round, I think Malachi Starks to the Ravens. I think that's just like a great pick. Like I think they were the biggest winner. Like, or even I said the Eagles too. Jahad Campbell, I think, was the best linebacker. I think you could have made the case who's better than the guy that got drafted for him.
Steal of draft.
I might go steal the draft now that we've seen the whole draft.
Oh.
I think you guys getting Luther could be up there for me just because of how highly I rate Luther.
Dude, I think James Pierce to the Falcons.
Yeah, that was a good
26.
one too.
That was late. I feel like him falling that late. Jahad Campbell. I mean, dude, the Eagles just fucking took a D end out of Alabama again.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so fucking. I think it's the Eagles, dude. Like they just fixed, and that's what's like frustrating as like a Jets fan. Like our draft picks matter. We're not set up for immediate success right now. So these guys, like the Eagles, just do a phenomenal job now of knowing the position they're in and filling those gaps perfectly.
Yeah.
Jahad Campbell could start for the Eagles tomorrow, and it wouldn't move their needle in the negative direction one bit.
No, they'd be
Like they're
exactly
just, it just feels like they're so fucking good at picking the perfect guy that fits into their perfect system that played at a really good school.
Well, they just draft out of Bama and Georgia pretty much. That's what it seems
Which,
like.
like, how do we
two
not
schools.
look at that and go, yeah, maybe we should, which maybe the Jets did. You know, we went Arian Smith at wide
Yeah.
receiver, dude.
Went SEC too.
Yeah, we did go big SEC, but then we went Florida State corner, but those guys are good. You want a Florida corner.
Yeah.
You want a Florida corner that doesn't mind just punching someone in the mouth really quick, and that, you know, we'll get a couple flags if you know what I mean.
If you need them.
But dude, I will say, I mean, the biggest upsetting thing, and I don't know if it was just because my TikTok, I ended up on Kyron Lacey's funeral clips last night, which is just brutal. And like seeing the wide receivers taken, like, dude, he might have squeaked in the first round. He's better than fucking Ibuka.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it's just sad when stuff like that happens.
Well, he
Honestly,
went to LSU, so
yeah, like
for sure.
that's an auto draft too.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, who's your biggest winner?
Biggest winner.
Yeah. I think I'll be
Ooh.
honest, dude. The Jets actually had a great draft. Like
They did have a
we
good draft.
drafted phenomenally. Also, I love that we didn't take a quarterback, so we're basically just saying that Jordan Travis could be healthy, and that I do believe genuinely we didn't draft a quarterback because we believe in Justin Fields.
You signed a guy though.
We did sign a guy who's fucking. I mean, that's a no threat. That's a no threat.
I
to
promise
Justin
you,
Fields. Brady Cook
I
getting signed to the
promise
Jets is a
you,
no
Brady
threat.
Cook will make that quarterback room better. Like he's going to be a perfect addition to a quarterback room.
He's not
especially
going
as
to
a
be
backup.
on the team, dude.
Oh, I will bet you Brady Cook's on
It's
team.
Tyrod Taylor and Jordan Travis. He might be on the practice squad.
He'll be on team.
I guarantee you he's not.
I'll bet you he takes Jordan Travis's job.
I guarantee you won't. I guarantee you he's the first cut.
We'll see. Brady Cook's going to go out there like he is a perfect backup quarterback. Like perfect.
I also
Personality wise, like play wise.
I do think it's funny the Jets also got cover athlete Donovan Edwards undrafted. How about it? From cover to undrafted.
Yeah.
That cover now went 2nd overall, 9th round, and undrafted.
9th round.
I don't know where to put Quinn. Did 13th round, 15th round,
Yeah.
200th round?
Yeah.
Making, I think, did you see this one too, Josh? This was the funniest one of the day. How in the Lord's name? How in the Lord's name? How in the Lord's name did our boy over there at Florida State get a fucking contract in the NFL, dude?
You knew he was gonna.
In what world do you look
Yeah.
at any of the tape and go, DJ Ukulele, maybe we give him one more shot? He's got all the intangibles.
It's just that 5-star. That's all it is. Still banking
With
on it.
a $3,000 signing bonus. You might as well go get a real job.
Yeah, wait, where do you go?
You might as well
What
go
team? Do
get
we
a
know?
real freaking job.
What team took him?
I don't know. I commented under the tweet, why even bother? Chargers. Maybe they'll turn him into a tight end.
Yeah,
He's got the body for it. I'll tell you what.
he does. He does. That's
He's got the body
insane.
for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you do that.
Now that you're the that you didn't get to give your takes in the first round, what do you think about the Giants going to get their guys?
Um,
Going to get Jackson Dart.
I mean, I don't think he's going to be great. I don't hate that they went and got a guy. I like the Scadaboo pick a lot.
Yeah, that's a sneaky one.
It is kind of, it's kind of dumb when you go get Scadaboo, like kind of, I mean, not early, but like you're using a higher pick on him and you fucking traded Saquon Barkley. Or you let him go, not traded him.
Well, I mean, I think they're still trying to just atone for
That's
those
what I'm saying.
sins.
It's like that's just like a makeup pick. I think they're gonna try to make it up to the fans. But yeah, Jackson Dart's cool. I think he'll fit in pretty good in New York. I think he'll fit in pretty well in New York. I feel like he's a New York guy. I'm sure you don't like to see him there.
I actually don't mind at all, dude. The only time we'd have to see him is in a fucking Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, but it just like sucks. The other team's got a swaggy ass quarterback. But I mean, I guess you guys have one too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the aura in that game will be sick.
Yeah,
The play,
dark
we don't know,
fields,
but
dude,
the aura,
just the drip.
Yeah. the aura will be insane.
I'm removing that word from my vocabulary, by the way. Like drip's
Drip.
gotta go, dude. It's
it's
gotta
gotta-
be the
gotta
age
go.
I'm at and be talking about drip. Other than that, dude, I mean, the NFL draft, we're gonna see. Obviously, none of it matters. So whatever takes you have, whatever opinions you have, it doesn't matter because they still have to play the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's also really funny. But Arian Smith, Hall of Famer, stamping it. The perfect 1-2 next to Garrett Wilson, just all speed. Kid's got lightning in his cleats.
Yeah. That's all he's got. He's like J-Mo kind of.
He's got lightning
with
in his cleats.
less hands.
However, you know what you don't
Lightning.
want to hear when you read the draft grade about him? Trouble catching the ball. That's not what you want to hear as a wide receiver. That's not good.
It's that about Xavier Worthy too, though, and he looked just fun.
He did look just fine in a Super Bowl. Caught a touchdown.
Yeah, people were all saying Jamar Chase can't catch the ball.
Because the white lines weren't on the football.
Mhm.
Could you imagine being?
I think
the
it
guy
was
that
because
wrote
there
that
are
article?
white lines on the football, right?
No, in college there are, but not in the NFL.
Yeah.
But saying that is the reason why he can't catch footballs because he had bad eyesight and he couldn't spot the ball. Insane. I did want to move on to how was your weekend, old man C, and you played some golf
yeah,
in
it was
Vegas. Did
good.
you go to the Pep? What happened?
We did not go to the Pep.
Wow.
We walked past the Pep. We went to Tacos El Gordo one night. We had a good time. We just chilled. We didn't do anything crazy. Just played some golf. Got some nice dinners.
I can't believe you sold on the Pep. You literally were like, I'm taking it to the Pep.
I know. I showed him the Pep, but didn't eat at the Pep. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. We played pretty good.
Wow,
in the
you
first
actually
day.
sold. Pep bettors are in fucking shambles.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, we played pretty well the first day. Kind of shit bed second day, but it didn't really matter. We probably weren't going to win either way. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
Let's go.
Drank. It was a good time.
I figured out the key to my life this weekend.
What is that?
Which, for the first time since I moved to my new apartment, had a little bit of a pregame. Wasn't big, maybe like 7 people.
Got
Just some close friends. And let me just tell you, Josh, I mean, the view, it just knocks the socks off everybody, dude. There wasn't a single person that walked in that apartment that didn't go, dude, that view is nuts. Dude.
Just lost their breath.
But I will say, though, I'm kind of high up. And everyone kind of had the thought I did. And I was like, dude, what if, like, you could fall off this thing and, like, really hurt yourself? Be like, yeah. Dude.
Fall off any balcony.
Yeah, but it is scary because you are kind of like high up.
How
And I was
high?
like,
What floor?
I'm not going to say my floor because people find out my building.
me a
I'm
range.
gonna Figure it out.
Give me
Above 5.
above 5.
Yeah.
So high enough where it would hurt.
I mean, it'd be over. High enough would
Okay.
be over. Not the top floor, not the 5th floor, somewhere in between.
Okay.
But
You don't know how many floors there are in this building either.
yeah, well, there's 20.
Oh, okay.
So good luck finding my floor. No, but it was honestly, it was fun to have people over my apartment for the first time. Obviously, I moved out of Dallas, hadn't been back in a long time. So it was nice to have like people in my apartment again and being like, all right, we can go out, and we like walked to a bar, which I haven't been able to do in a long time, and then be able to go to my own bed at night. So that was fun. But we ended up going to this bar, Josh. And first of all, it was almost as if they had my phone on the aux.
They were just bumping.
Dude, it was all Drake for like no
Oh, yeah.
reason. Like we were just sitting there, and like one of my buddies was like, dude, did you just take the aux? Like, what is happening right now? And I'll tell you what, dude, there wasn't a lot of people in there. It was a nice little quiet vibe. There's a pool table, a couple tables. But I witnessed something that was just like insane that I feel like I have to talk about it. I did let people see the view, William Wagers. If you go back and watch the episode, I did it from my apartment. I showed
Yeah.
people the view
Yeah.
live, dude. William, you got to go back and watch it. Last Friday's episode. But so, dude, we're in this bar, whatever, Drake's bumping. I just can't, like, if I have an alcoholic beverage in my hand and Drake is playing, I will be busting. That is just
you
how
have
it
to, yeah.
goes. I don't care.
You could have no alcohol.
It,
You're busting
dude,
probably
I was
either way.
busting it either fucking way, dude. But they were playing like deep cuts.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude. Gay or not, I fuck with Drake either way. So like, I'm gonna be dancing, going crazy. But so I go to use the restroom, Josh, and it's one of those places where I fucking hate where they don't signify where to go. They just have 2 communal bathrooms with a single toilet, which is like the worst. Because then you're just
Don't
you're
like
staying. Because then you're just staying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're just staying in line too long. It's too long a line. Like I want to be able to use the urinal if I'm man. Like I
just
don't
go
want to be
quick.
having to wait.
in and out.
I'm in line, dude. There's a couple in front of me. It's like this. She definitely had to be in her late 30s, and he was definitely in his late 30s. He had a full sleeve. She had a full sleeve. It was like there was a lot going on. Standing behind them in line, and she just starts yapping like at the top of her lungs. I couldn't even tell you what it was about, Josh, because I took my phone out and tried to bury it because I didn't want to be involved in their conversation whatsoever. And then I hear, "Did you just fart?" I was like, okay, now I need to look up because this could be really funny. But if she's looking at me, this is going to be a huge problem because I did not fart. I look up, direct eye contact, like right at me. And keep in mind, I'm doing like the weird antisocial guy move where I'm like against the wall, like just looking at my
Trying
phone.
not to,
Yeah. Obviously, did not fart. I would have owned it in the moment. Shout out Pat Burke. Packers got a steal in golden. Let's go, Pat. I agree. A prime sub for 9 months on a 3-month streak. You're goated, Pat.
Hey, surely another fast receiver that can't catch will be good.
Dude.
They got 7 of them.
He's a Bears fan, Pat.
They got 7 of them.
He's a Bears fan, Pat. Golden's goated. Good contested catcher. So, dude, I look up from my phone.
I'm kidding, Pat. I love you.
I'm getting eye contacted. And my bowel movements are now in question in front of, there was like 6 people on the line. I was like, no. And I definitely threw a little bit of attitude on it. And she goes, one of these girls, when she gets too drunk, she's really fucking annoying. And it's like, I hate girls like that. Love women, though. Hate girls like that. Love women, hate girls like that.
So you hate girls?
No, just when they get too drunk, they like think that being loud is funny and that like being like obnoxious is like funny. You know those girls?
It's like a normal.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna have a margarita and then start screaming. Oh, okay.
there was a girl like that in Vegas, dude. She's at the roulette table next to us. Oh my god! Like she was like talking normally, and you could. It's like one of those voices, like those like whiny voice that like travels so well, dude. Oh my.
Dude, it drives me up a wall. Having one margarita and then thinking that just like screaming and yelling and laughing as loud as you can makes you seem fun and exciting just drives me up a fucking wall.
Yeah.
But
like shut the fuck up, dumbass.
So I literally LMG, bruh. But so I literally look up and I'm getting eye contacted. And I was like, no. And she was like, relax with the attitude. I'm just joking around. Okay.
Good joke.
First of all, you just made a joke about me shitting my pants in front of everybody. No, that's like a scarring joke for people in public being like, did you fart?
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's probably, never mind. But the line keeps going forward. This is where the story gets crazy. Obviously the bathroom situation, whatever. She is next up to go to the bathroom. Guy comes out of the bathroom. She grabs her boyfriend and is like, well, you can just go in the sink. Rips him into the bathroom. Which, first of all, it's like, dude, like, if you're just going to be a couple of white trash bags at the bar, let's just tone it down a little bit, you know? You don't need to crack one off in this, like, bar, dude, because that's exactly what they were doing. She was being a little bit too weird about it. She was like, you can go in the sink. And he was like, well, I'll just wait. And she was like, no. So you already knew what was going down. So then I go to the bathroom. I come out the door still shut. There was a couple of young kids behind me. As I exit the bathroom, one of the kids goes, dude, I think they're fucking. Looking at me as if I'm supposed to do something about it.
Like you're their friend or something. Like he saw you talking to them or something.
So all I did was knocked on the door 3 times.
Knock on the door?
I don't know. I feel like he just put me in a weird spot, dude. He put me in a weird spot where it felt like he needed an adult
like
in the
you're
room.
in a position of authority then?
Yeah, it felt like
he put you in authority.
It felt like he just put me in a position where I needed to be the adult in the room and do something about it because I literally got out of the bathroom and I went to go take my phone out again because I didn't want to talk to anybody. And this kid goes, dude, I think they're fucking in there. So then I was frozen. I go, no way. Knocked on the door 3 times, immediately walked. We left the bar shortly after.
Oh, okay.
But so Josh, I had and I put it in the tweet and I just want to address it. I put in the tweet for the promo of today's episode. I figured out the key to life this weekend. And it was very nice to figure it out. So I'm going to tell you what I figured out. We got in an Uber and we almost lost our lives. It was actually the closest I've ever been to getting in like a debilitating car accident. And it was really scary. Like genuinely the most scared I've been maybe ever in a car. I was sitting in the front seat and we had a green and the other side had a green. And obviously this guy was trying to take a left. We were just trying to go straight. And he was rolling up to the left lane and we were just keeping going. Green. Nothing to tell you to stop. No yellow. Like our driver was actually not in fault at all. I actually thanked him multiple times because if he wasn't as aware as he was and like braked and checked, we would have actually gotten smoked. This guy didn't hit his brakes and was going full speed and tried to hit the left and get in front of us before we got there. And our guy like thought he was going to slow down. So was still going like pretty top speed.
Yeah.
And then really like checked our brakes hard, but not to a full stop because he thought maybe this guy was going to stop. This guy ended up accelerating. So then we had to check our brakes fully. Like, dude, if he hit us, it would have been like a high, like that. The guy was literally going 65 miles per hour through the light because we had to get on like a little highway to go to the next bar.
Yeah.
And dude, our guy like brake checked and then fully braked. And like, dude, if my buddy that was in the middle almost came through the fucking like through the thing because he didn't have a seatbelt on. I luckily had mine on the front seat and I literally was like on the dashboard. Really fucking scary. And when your life flashes before your eyes like that, especially when you're hammered, you start doing some deep diving. So now I'm out in Dallas deep diving in my mental while getting
in the
drinks.
corner of a bar. Just
I mean, I'm drinking like vodka Sprites, kind of going through my mental, kind of also being like, what's going on out there? And dude, I came to the conclusion because it set off, this happened on Saturday. It set off a 2-day span of me diving into my deep mental of like, man, like that was really scary. Because me and the driver, we all agreed would have been dead. The way he was coming and the angle he was coming at, if we like didn't fully stop, he was going to come through that driver's side. And I wouldn't be shocked if there was a car like in my mouth. It was really scary. And it started like a 2-day, I'm at the bar thinking about it. Now I'm waking up on Sunday kind of thinking about it. And I realized, and it came from a quote from Batman. Not that I'm Batman, but I'll tell you what, you look at that, but you look at that view sometimes. Look at that view sometimes. Sometimes I just want to save that city. But he's talking to the girl that he loves in Batman. Forget her name. In the good Batman. And she goes, oh fuck, I'm going to forget the quote now. I literally was saying it to myself all morning. Don't put all your faith in me to be, it's like, don't allow me to be your only chance at having like a normal life, if that makes sense. Because she was basically saying like Bruce Wayne has this crazy life and he thinks his only chance at normality is to be dating her. And then she says that to him and then she ends up dating Two-Face and that whole thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying I'm Bruce Wayne, but I am saying to me, and I talked about it with my buddies on Saturday during the day and then it almost happened and then I almost passed away and then whatever. But for my entire life, my hobby has been going out and drinking. Like I thought like that is fun. Yeah. Like I don't have a lot of other hobbies because I just thought that's a hobby. I'm going to go out and drink. And as I'm getting older, I'm finding that like I want to have hobbies. Like I want to be doing things. I want to like not every weekend go, okay, like what bars are we getting up and moving, dude? And I think I have attached this. And I do love drinking. I do love going out. Yeah. I'm not going to stop doing that. But I've attached like this sense of a normal weekend to just getting as fucked up as possible. And I don't drink during the weekdays. It's not like I have like an alcohol problem. But I think once I get to the weekend, I think, the normal thing to do is go out and drink and do that. And I just realized through that quote that like it completely changed my life. Which is weird. So now I'm like entering this week with these thoughts of just like, I have like made the wrong things normal in my life, it feels like. And I'm now really interested in this new lease that I have. And it's been a long time coming in terms of like figuring out the things I want to do, figuring out the things that make me happy. And like, it just was like that quote of like your only chance at normalcy. And I feel like whenever I go into the weekend, if I didn't go out, like last year, if I didn't go out on the weekend, I would think I had a horrible weekend. And I would think like, oh dude, I'm missing out. I'm like doing all this. Like I just blew that. This weekend was useless. And I'm just finding now that I'm getting older, like it sometimes can be just a waste.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's better things out there that can be a normal weekend. And like, obviously almost in that car crash too, just being like, dude, if I wasn't drinking, I wouldn't be in this Uber at 12:30 at night, potentially getting hit by a drunk driver. You know what I mean? So like there was just a large inflection point this weekend where, you know, I'm already going through this whole growing up journey and trying to grow up as well. And like doing a lot of work on myself. And like, that was just a very interesting, like, that's what she said to him. She was like, don't like, don't believe that I'm your only chance, like a normal life. Not that I'm saying like that's what I'm going through right now
Yeah.
with drinking, but I'm just saying like this weekend was because I know you don't go out a
I
lot.
do not. Well, I do sometimes. Yeah. Not.
But yeah,
not a
you
ton,
pick
though,
and
yeah.
choose though,
Yeah,
right?
pick and choose. Yeah.
And like a lot of people in my life pick and choose. And I've just like, I remember even like my mind from 2 years ago would be like, dude, that's so boring. Like you're just bonding on the weekend. Like, what are you doing?
Go play some golf.
Not being
go to the
rude, but
mall
saying
a
like,
little
what are
bit,
you
yeah.
doing? Like, you know what I mean? But now that I'm just getting to the point where it's like, yes, I'm going to figure out what I enjoy doing that isn't tied to getting home at 2 a.m. and ordering me and Rav McDonald's. Which, by the way, when something about Rav that's so funny, he ended up staying the night at my apartment and coming out with me this weekend, is if you get Rav after the bars and he starts falling asleep and you try to wake him up, dude, it's like Step Brothers level of like, he like noises just, dude. So I got us McDonald's and it didn't get there till 4 a.m. because we wanted to go to Plomo, but Plomo, the line was a little too long. And Rav fell asleep on my couch and I stayed up because I wanted McDonald's. And also I started the new season of Black Mirror for us. And I was just like way too like drunk and dialed in on it that I was like, holy shit.
Dude, I cannot do that. I cannot watch TV when I'm drunk.
Oh, it fucked me up.
When I'm drunk, like when I get home, I'm asleep in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that. But I grabbed the McDonald's bag, Josh, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wake Rav up because he was the one that was like, dude, I'm really hungry. And I was like, all right, we'll get the food.
Classic. Always, the person who always wants the food is the one that falls asleep.
Yeah, didn't even have to waste
It's happened to
money.
me a million times.
Didn't even have to waste money. Dude, I wake him up. I'm like, Rav. This is what happens. Dude, he just started saying like noises. And I was like, dude, what? The food is here. Noises, Josh. I'm going, dude, these aren't words. The McDonald's is here. Do you want it? And then just right back to bed. And I was like, either like he looked scared for his life when I woke him up, dude. And just gibberish came out. Like not full words, but he was speaking to me. And I think I might have called him.
You know what it might have been?
I might have called him in REM sleep and he thought he was dreaming.
I have a theory on this. It's the no mouth tape. Maybe he thought he had mouth tape on. He was like talking like he had mouth tape on.
He might have went mouth tape and sleep on me, dude.
He's like talking like he had mouth tape.
Dude, it was gibberish. It was it genuinely like scared me for a second because he looked really alarmed and scared, and all I was trying to tell him was that his 2 cheeseburgers that he ordered was there.
Dude, he did that to me when I came in here and woke him up one day, but he had mouth tape on. He was talking to me while he had the tape on. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're saying.
Get the tape on. It felt like in Step Brothers when they're like, don't wake him up, and they're running around the house doing crazy shit. Like that's what it felt like. I was like, I feel like if I wake him up again, he's gonna do something bad.
Maybe,
but
I feel like he was gonna do something bad.
But and not do something bad, but it just like, dude, he looked so scared and was just like saying words, and I was like, what the fuck are you saying? But so it ended up me by myself on my kitchen counter, just demolishing a McDonald's meal, watching Black Mirror, and then having to sit with those thoughts in my bed. It was a nightmare night.
That is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare night.
And you're seeing Rav's scared face in your dreams.
Yeah, dude, I scared Rav to death, it seemed like. Finished a McDonald's meal while watching Black Mirror, and then to lay in my bed with those thoughts. It was horrible. It was like a horrible night.
At 4 a.m. probably.
Yeah, that was 5 a.m. by the time I went to bed.
Jesus Christ. You watched a lot of Black Mirror then.
No, yeah, it was a minute. Yeah. Well, the episodes are like an hour.
Yeah, they're so long.
So you fucking lock in at 3:30, and now it's 4:30, and we're still waiting for the McDonald's.
Literally a movie.
But yeah, no, it's a good weekend. Good weekend. You know, doing that whole thing, doing that whole bit.
Have you gone to the JFK Museum?
I have not, but I want to. The 7th floor.
Why don't we let's do that some weekend? I don't know. I'm moving my shit this weekend. Maybe Sunday.
Do you need help moving?
I do not. I got those guys. Yeah, they're coming on Saturday.
They're good. No, yeah, I'd be down to go to the 7th floor museum. I've always wanted to go.
Do that.
My dad loves museums, and he's been, and he was like, dude, you got to go.
Like that's a cool thing to do on a weekend. I feel like.
I agree. However, make no mistake though. Keep it a buck.
He didn't do it.
No, when it's 80 degrees, I'm gonna want to drink outside. So like, I'm not putting that part away from me.
Well, yeah.
But I started drinking yesterday on Saturday at like noon.
Well, dude, I would rather
went to bed at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
so like that stuff doesn't need to happen.
That's
anymore.
a lot. Like noon to like 6. That's like a
chalk it right there.
Yeah, and then go home, chill for the night. That's what I like, dude. I like day drinking. Honestly, I'd prefer to do that than at night.
Yeah, me too. Day drinking way better.
I just feel like shit the next day. Like when you day drink, you can go to sleep at like 9, 10 o'clock and wake up feeling fine.
That's also true. That's also true.
That's honestly mostly why I like it.
All right, should we serve some slate?
Let's
Get the people the plays today? Let's do it.
Dun, dun.
Welcome back to Slate Surfers, the part of the show we surf the slate, give you all the plays and parlays you need. Josh, your little wagon that could. The Golden State Warriors aren't looking as bad as I thought they were going to look, and they actually look pretty good. I think they take a 3-1 series lead tonight.
I think so too.
And I think I'm going to be all over the Warriors.
I agree. Got no qualms with that. I mean, I thought they were going to sweep them, so.
I did some early morning labbage today, so I do feel rather prepared. I'm going to take the -4, but I'm also going to put their money line in my parlay. That's my parlay piece today.
I feel like that's an under game as well. 202.5. Rockets might not score a point today.
Yeah, that could be a weird one too. Although the Lakers at 207 squeaked over, and that was really low too.
Yeah.
This Cavaliers Heat series, dude. So I think if you're the Heat, you're completely out of it now. Like in terms of your mental, your headspace, you're just getting banged on. And I think the Cavs are going to be one of the teams to sweep in the playoffs.
They could,
if not the only. So I'm going to not touch this game.
Yeah, I don't want to bet that game.
But I will say every single game, the spread keeps creeping towards the Heat, which I think makes sense because they're seeing them more and more. But I wouldn't want to be lulled into a false sense of the Heat have finally figured it out in game 4 when it just seems like game 3 was a complete disaster. Whereas if things stacked well in game 3, I would have been inclined to take this +8.5. But it's just
yeah, I'm not touching that game.
I don't want to touch it. Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
Maybe some squares, but not.
Maybe
not
a side. Tyler Hero points is my square today because he always goes out swinging. I think 24.5 after not hitting last game.
Love that.
He's going to come out swinging tonight, especially at home with the chance to be sent home. So I like Tyler Hero points in that one. It's a little square, but I think he gets it done. I mean, he's so good. Mm-hmm. But I really like the Warriors -4 and their money line in a parlay tonight. They're just a better team, and I think the Rockets are playing a team that's just bred for the playoffs, and the Rockets are a regular season team. And they still don't have a guy. Jalen Green's not a guy. You can't convince me he's a guy. So that would be that'd be my play.
Not the guy.
That'd be my play.
Okay.
That'd be my play. And I think Butler's playing tonight because I think he left the game early last game, if I'm incorrect, or didn't.
Let's see what they have listed up. I mean, I'm sure he's playing the -4. He's got to be playing. He's got to be playing. Jimmy Butler game time decision is questionable. He'll play.
I think he plays. Yeah, I think he plays tonight. I did check the ice a little bit. Obviously, my parlays do have to have ice in them. I actually did have the Oilers last night, I believe. The only thing that lost ended up being the Oakland Athletics and the Bucks. Shouldn't have taken the Bucks. It was a really bad bet. I did look at the ice tonight, though, and I think dude, the Avs are just so much better than the Stars right now. But the Stars at home, they've only led the series for a minute, and they've won 2 games.
That's fucking insane.
So I really want to take the Avs tonight, even though they're going to be in Dallas. This Avs team is so much better, and the fact that they've lost 2 games and have been leading those games by however many minutes that is. I think the Stars just squeaked 2. I don't see them squeaking another, and I think I want to firmly be on the Avs tonight.
Okay. My next play might be the over in that Lightning and Panthers game. I don't know why I like that. I have no reasoning for that. That's just a tingle play.
Is that a plum?
It's a plum play.
That's a plum play? I don't hate that. I looked at the diamond a little bit, Josh. Obviously, I've been trying to dial in on it.
Yeah, we can get in.
I don't know if you saw this. Though, Josh. The Athletics are in town.
They are? Oh, they are.
I might have to go stop by a game.
Might have to
stop by a game.
Do they play here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday?
They are here today and tomorrow. I don't know about Wednesday.
Okay.
Let me check. They are here through Wednesday.
Okay.
And Thursday.
Potentials.
Maybe we go to Thirsty Thursday, 1:35 p.m. game.
Potentially do that.
Or a night game under the lights. Maybe in the dome. Maybe a night game tomorrow.
Always under the lights,
dude.
It's always under the lights.
So moose. Even when it's nice out, they still close the fucking dome.
Yeah.
But I did look at the diamond a little bit. I know we're self-proclaimed baseball guys. I took the A's -1.5 against the White Sox last night to kick the parlay. So I'm going to stay off the A's. I'm just going to enjoy some baseball for a couple
Ooh.
days here.
I went to the over in that game.
Okay.
Patrick Corbin has to regress. Totals at 9 with Sears in the bump too. Like
That's fine.
I like the A's too.
I would just be wary of the A's now coming back into a major league stadium.
Yeah, that's true.
After being in AAA for fucking 2 weeks. Other than that, dude, the other game that I really liked is I kind of want to take a shot at the Astros money line today, I was thinking.
Okay.
Also, how do you not take Dusty May -278 in LA, potentially with the Doyers?
And we just touched him up his last start.
Touched, dude.
Yeah. Like
I was also looking, like, there's a couple games I was really looking at. The Yankees, even though it's Will Warren. I don't know much about Will Warren. The Orioles are fucking moose shit. Moose shit. I'm not just saying that to piss Gates off. Like, they're moose shit. And I also wouldn't hate maybe taking a crack at the Cardinals at plus chicken here against Nick Martinez and the Reds. But I don't know. I'd like to take a baseball over today if I don't take the Astros money line.
that over in the Reds game is weird. Palante's been like insanely good at getting guys out on the ground. I think he's been like top 3 in the league. That's a weird total, being 9.5 for the best ground ball pitcher in the league, or guy that gets the most ground balls.
Okay.
Don't hate that.
I'm going to figure out an over potentially. All right, let's do some prize picks. Do we know also if an HBCU player was drafted in the NFL
I
draft?
have no idea.
Shit.
Let's see.
One was bang. I hit my lineup.
Oh wait, no, no one got taken.
What?
Wait, why are they saying yes? I'm looking at NCAA.com. 8 FCS players, 0 HBCU players taken.
5th round.
Who was it?
Check the 5th round, Josh. Josh.
I'm just seeing Tootin, but he was a former one.
I'm going to be in Shambambolous if I didn't get it.
Who went?
Oh, I got it. So somebody got
Cameron Silman Craig.
picked.
Is it him?
I don't know, but I got it. Mine hit.
Wow. Yeah, it is him. Jackson State TV.
Wow, you did call that too. Bang! I nailed it. Let's go.
Oh, no, it's
You
not even
guys
him. He didn't
tailed
get drafted.
my lineup.
Who the fuck got drafted? It wasn't even him. He UDFA'd.
What?
Dude, I don't think anyone got drafted. Who the fuck was it?
Carson Vincent, Alabama A&M.
Oh. Carson Vincent.
Check on that.
Peep that.
Check on that.
Let's see on that. Alabama A&M.
Pick 141. Cashed out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come
If
on.
anyone tailed mine, we smacked in the jaw.
I don't even know if
Shout out to
mine's
Jax
smacking
trading up to
jaw.
take Travis Hunter. And then you guys taking Colson Loveland.
I was going to say, yeah, that's squeaked the Big Ten.
Squeak. All right, let's do prize picks. So I did an early morning lineup. I'm starting to get a real feel for the NBA playoffs, and I think Dame Lillard and Kawhi have taught me a lot about when to stay off the star players on the teams that I am wagering on. I did take Jimmy Butler fantasy with Tyler Hero points. I do want to find another pair for Tyler Hero points because I could see the Warriors going, we could probably squeak one or lose one without you, just to let him maybe get back to full. And it is really low, so he might be on limited minutes. So I would like to find another pair for Tyler. It could just be Curry. Curry's just been an auto click in the playoffs, and I'm not really scared to take his points at 27, especially because they just can't stop him. And if we do get less Jimmy minutes, maybe Curry is the guy to look out for, just to lean on your guy, because Curry is the guy. I was looking, however, trying to dial in a little bit here for you guys on the ice as well. I don't hate when I was looking at it, if you want to get involved in a Brandon Hagel point, he's up for a normal point square, not demon or goblin. And I feel like on the ice, they are very inclined to make everything demons and goblins. So when you don't get a demon and goblin on the ice, I don't know, for me, that says something. But Brandon Hagel's up for half a point after not having a point in a single game this series, I'm pretty sure. So that one looked at me very, very weird. Also, just classic, whenever they're at home, it seems as though you could go to a Rupe Hintz point as well. He just seems to always do something whenever I bet against the Stars. I check the score app and it says Rupe hints from 40 feet out. So that's really cool that he plays that game. Those are the two that I really looked at. Someone said look at Nikita Kucherov over SOGs. Okay. I want to get dialed on SOGs, guys, but I just got to be honest. It's the worst fucking thing to bet on. It's like not a fun sweat for me, at least. And I remember even going to games last year in person. Like, it's not fun to sweat SOGs. Like, I just don't enjoy it. But if you guys have an angle on one, I could definitely be down for a little cooch.
He's up for a 1.5 gob, and he has 1 in the last 2 games.
Oh, so maybe is demonize it?
3.5.
Can we maybe go demonize it for the
You demonize it.
For the boy?
Good.
Why can't I find him? Where's Cooch? Where's that Coochie kill? Where's Kucherov? There he is. Wow. Yeah. Okay. But this is the thing with SOGs. They have a goblin 1.5, demon 3.5. Like, where is the
where's
2.5?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand it. It's so frustrating. I do, Josh, want to shout out Liverpool won the Premier League this weekend. Which means I'm okay with Trent Alexander-Arnold going into the wind. Brought us one more trophy. Into the wind. You go. Wouldn't bother me that much. There is some shaka on today, so I might try to down for you guys there. But, Josh, have you looked at the diamond? Is there anything you're liking on the diamond? Why the fuck are 11,000 people on a CJ Abrams single just because he's done it the last 3?
I mean,
that's insane.
Literally no idea.
That's an insane demon.
Could be.
Ma.
Could be Ma.
Could that be Ma?
It could be.
Nationals are playing the Mets today. He's up for 6.5 fantasy.
I kind of want to get behind Cardinals bats today, sadly.
Okay.
I feel like they score a bunch of runs. Okay. What do we think about...
Wow, they don't have a lot of hitter fantasy scores up. Only Brennan Donovan and Laws Nootba.
Yeah. What do we think about a little...
I mean, Jovan and Trent have been very dialed in on these demons, so... They really don't have much up, dude.
They don't. They really don't.
They have a lot of total bases up for everybody, like Jordan Walker, Spencer Steer. I mean, he's on Cincinnati. They have Contreras up for bases.
What about...
They're all up for hits, runs, RBIs, so...
Let's do...
Mason Wynn, isn't he good? I don't know. So many gobs, man.
Dude, so many gobs. What if we get I like runs in this game.
Okay.
So, like, maybe fade a pitcher, take a player's runs.
Nick Martinez is up for 2.5 earned runs.
Has he been shoving?
He's
How does that chart look?
He's let up more than 2 and 4 the last 5, but 2 last game against the Marlins. You could go Palante is up for 1.5 earned runs allowed. Gob, 4.5 Demon.
Oh, we could take the
Let's
year.
take the year if I did just see that as well.
We could do that.
Could do that. Take the year fee. Year of Tani. Year of Tanamo.
These pitchers also just don't K people at all.
No.
So it's like maybe hits allowed too.
Oh, hits allowed could be sneak.
We could demonize that 6.5. Let him get Nick Martinez touched up.
You think Nick Martinez gets touched?
Yeah. 6.5 hits allowed.
Do they normally take them out after 5 hits though?
Depends. It depends. If he's giving up a ton of runs, yeah. But I mean, if he gives up
team leaving Coors, who's leaving Coors? Is that the?
Oh, that's just like
the Cardinals. Cardinals aren't leaving Coors. Who's leaving Coors, guys?
Let's see. Colorado. The Reds are leaving Coors.
So I like it. Fade the Reds.
Let's fade them.
Okay.
Let's fade them.
Let me find a Demon 2 then. Maybe we'll do a little Demon 2 piece. Tyler Hero 30 ball could be in play tonight. What's your favorite demon, guys? I feel like demons are easiest on the diamond, so I'm going to stay on the diamond.
Dude, also,
Yeah,
I completely
please.
forgot to talk to you about this.
Yeah, go.
You see who the Bears drafted with their last pick?
No.
Kyle Monangai.
Oh, yeah, the running back for Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Yeah, I did actually see that. He's sick.
I know, dude. I'm kind of pumped. I didn't even know he was still
runs
there. I was like,
through people.
fuck, that's kind of sick. Yeah, he does.
What's the highest over on the board today, Josh?
It's that Cardinals game.
LMNG, I agree, dude. I'm going to try to find a demon hits, runs, RBIs.
Oh, no, Mets game's 10. And Braves game's 10. That's in Colorado. So maybe just Nats, Mets. That's the highest one. Let's go, Easy Puck.
I think I'm going to do something that you're not going to like.
Francisco?
No, I almost did, but 4.5 is crazy. What about Polar Bear Pete? 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
I don't hate that at all. At all.
All right. Polar Bear Pete, more than hits, runs, RBIs, demon. And Nick Martinez, 6.5 hits allowed, demon. Just a little demon lineup to get the juices flowing on a Monday.
Surely.
I do want to find a pair for Hero, dude. I'm struggling to find that pair for him.
The NBA.
Yeah, because I actually don't want to maybe trust Jimmy, but I know Tyler's getting 25 tonight, so I just got to find my angle. It could be, it might just be Curry, dude. He's so good, Josh.
Especially at home, too.
Maybe his
Dude,
4.5 threes normal.
I was going to say, yeah. I would do that. 5 threes is so crazy. But yeah, I love that. They have his 4.5 2-pointers made up. Have you seen that before?
And they have 9.5 attempted.
Threes?
I know.
2-pointers.
2-pointers.
Hmm.
He's up for 11 threes attempted. That's fucking nuts. I mean, like 4.5 threes. That's Maz Jet. What about 9 field goals made? Why is that so low?
Yeah, if he's up for 5 and 4.5 and 4. What is it? 9.5?
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. He's up for 4.5 and 4.5, right?
I'm going to do 4.5 threes made by Curry.
All right, let's do it. I like that.
Okay. I just needed another pair for Hero because I just know he's going to be Maz Cheddar. All right, let's cook my parlay of the day. It keeps the doctor away. Shout out Daniel for the unbelievably goated graphics.
And that unplugged? My cam?
Oh, shit. Maybe from
I'll
up
throw you
there.
solo.
Maybe from up there. All right, chat. I'm chefing the lay. I'm chefing the lay. Oh, we're chalked. All right, I'm chefing the lay. I want to go Warriors money line first piece. That was the one that this morning I told myself I was going to put in it regardless of what happened today. On the MLB, I'd like to go NHL first. I'm going to take the Avs on the road. I just think the Stars are getting a little bit too lucky. MLB, this is where I need like Jovan to step in or a Krabs to step in and tell me maybe a potential Ovi or Undy they like. Hold on, let me check the cam, Josh. How about this, huh? What if I did that?
Oh, how about that?
Bang. Okay. Chat, what's your favorite over on the diamond today? I know we like that Cardinals one, Josh.
I like the Mets one, too.
It's just too early in the day. I don't want to put a 3 p.m. in the lay. I like giving people enough time. I know it's only 11, but.
Take Dodgers team total.
Oh, see, that is you in your bag, Josh.
Late night game in LA against the fucking Marlins.
5.5 plus 110.
Dude, that minus 1.5 too is gonna be
Maz
Ched. This game's gonna be like 7-0, 8-0. I feel like May shoves. He gave up his first home run of the season against the Cubs last week. Like he's gonna be pissed off.
Or do I just say the Athletics against Patrick Corbin's team total?
Do that too.
Even though they're coming out of a AAA state, though, that
Yeah.
does feel weird, no?
Could take the Braves against the fucking
4.5.
shite Rockies in Colorado. I mean, you get the help of the air there too.
But the Braves don't have. Braves team total. All right, I'm between 3 team totals.
Braves, Doyers, Rangers.
Athletics, but yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes. No, I know what you meant. But yes. Braves are 5.5 minus 120. 5.5 minus 120. What are we thinking here, man? Do I trust the Doyers at plus chicken at 5.5 late nights? Do I trust the A's 4.5 against Patrick Corbin, who's just been shoving? Like, does the shoving come to an end, or does he just have a good year this year? Or do we go Braves in Colorado 5.5? I don't know what to do. What would you do there?
I would probably go.
Ozuna, Olsen, Riley.
My gut would go Dodgers.
Okay. 3 of the Braves have the best odds for home runs tonight.
But that makes sense because they're in because they're in Colorado. It's always like that.
At the end of that lineup, I don't really trust, dude. Michael Harris.
Yeah.
Ozzy
Dodgers.
Albies.
Might be the Doyers.
Braves are too public. I agree.
There's an obvious reason to take the Braves, and that's because it's in Coors. So don't take that. There's an obvious reason not to take the Athletics because they're leaving a minor league stadium. I think you just go with the Dodgers.
You're right.
And they're still the Dodgers.
I like that you just did that. That was a perfect way to do it. Plus 110. That's plus 462. Warriors, Avs over 5.5. That's the parlay of the day. Dude, the parlay of the day are still positive, by the way, on units.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've hit 3 out of like the potential
5 or 6,
6 we've done.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you need.
That's all we need, dude.
All
I
you
can't,
need.
I can't hit it every day.
No.
Today's parlay that keeps the doctor away. Warriors money line. Avs money line. Dodgers team total over. I love that.
That's smacking.
That's a plus 462 I can absolutely get behind. Josh, POD.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with that over in the Cardinals-Reds game.
Okay.
I like that.
I am going to go Doyers minus 1.5. Just get me
Let's
all
go.
in there. What's our over of the day?
Over of the day.
You want to go Tampa Bay, Florida on the ice? Just get weird.
Let's do
Plums.
that. Sure.
Plums play.
Let's do
I like
that.
it.
The plum play. The plum play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your cook session. We're going to end the episode the same way we do every single week, which is a little bit of what we like to call Mikey Core. Mikey Core?
Yeah.
Are we still in on that name? That's still an okay name? That's still an okay name? I want... Okay. I want to talk about something really quick. Welcome back to Mikey Core. Sorry, I was just getting prepared. I've been on quite the journey lately these past couple months in terms of my mental health and fixing myself and the things that I don't like about myself and really being able to look at those things in the mirror and trying to address them and trying to really become a better person in my personal life, professional life. Not that I was a bad person, but I think I just was scratching the surface of using my brain, I think. And I think something that I've started to be okay with myself is one, self-talk I've found has been really, really helpful. And I journal now, which has been huge. And I read the journal out loud and it helps you give a voice to your brain, which a lot of times we don't give a voice to our brain and I mean that in terms of thoughts. We allow our thoughts to kind of dictate everything we do, but we don't really give those thoughts a voice because it's very rare we say our thoughts out loud that we're thinking about ourselves or our situation that we're in. And I found that has been insanely helpful because when you give a voice to those thoughts, you can hear how ridiculous you are sometimes, or you can hear maybe that you are right. when you hear it out loud, because the distance from the mouth to the ears helps to make a decision instead of just trying to get everything done in one place. And I think something that I've also started to do that I would suggest everyone else does if you're going through something or you're struggling at work or maybe something's not going your way, is this idea of, and it's something that I'm trying to stress with my family a lot, because I think, when you come from an Irish family, you have a habit of doing this. And it's just this idea of you don't have to keep it all in anymore. If you need help, go get help. If you feel like you want to cry, cry. If you feel like you want to scream, scream into your pillow. If you feel like you want to be angry, be angry. Because the only thing that keeping things inside does is it just exacerbates it. It exacerbates it. Whatever the feeling is. If you're sad and you keep the sadness inside, the next time you get sad, it's 3 times what it could have been if you just dealt with it at the time. And I think that's kind of a real lesson on life too. Like, problems that you leave unchecked become disasters. And I think for me, at least, in a lot of things in my professional life, my personal life, I just had this habit of keeping a lot of things in, whether it be frustrations, whether it be anger, whether it be if I was upset about something. And then you find that it comes out in moments you don't want it to come out in. And I've really tried to move forward, in this process of therapy and everything like that, of this idea of you don't have to keep it all in anymore. And then once you deal with it, deal with it. And my therapist reminds me all the time that we're humans, we have emotions, and you're supposed to feel them. And I feel like I have a habit of sometimes trying to turn those off or feeling them too strongly. And I think that just going forward every day and understanding that you don't have to keep it all in anymore. Whatever battle you're fighting, you can tell someone about it. Whatever emotions you're feeling, you can feel it. Whatever emotions you're trying to hide, you can let out. You don't have to keep it all in anymore. It doesn't make you a stronger person. It's not going to get you farther than someone that feels their emotions, then processes them, and then moves on. And I just want you to know it's okay to let it out. And you don't have to keep everything that you're dealing with in anymore. If you need help, please go get help. I'm such an advocate for that now. And that's why I always just take one step forward every single day. Because I know how hard it can be. And the reality of life is we're going to take a lot of steps backwards. I think you guys have watched me take steps backwards during live on this show. And it won't be the last time you see me do that. But just try to take a step forward every single day, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's talking to your mom that you haven't talked to in a minute, whatever it is, just try to take that step forward every single day. And we've learned through doing the show that the real success comes from the effort. It's not even the result of that step. If you can just be strong enough to get up, if you're going through something or you're in a funk, and try to do something for yourself and try to make a positive impact in someone else's life, I think you're going to find you're going to be a better person and much farther along this time next year than if you didn't try. So take one step forward for me. I know hard and be. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. We will see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Make sure you go tune into BTL. Same stream. All you got to do is refresh it. They're going to start up their timer here in about 2-3 minutes. So make sure you go tap into BTL. They are goated. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support and tuning in every single day. I always get scared going into Monday episodes because maybe people forgot about what we do every weekday. And I get really scared going into Mondays. But thank you so much for all you guys being here. Appreciate every single one of you that gets in the chat, shits on the takes, that loves the takes, that gives your opinions. I love every single one of them. I love you guys so much. Go tune into BTL right after this. We will see you tomorrow.